Hey guys, Peter here to do an album review. Today I'm here to tell you all about the latest album from Year of the Goat, Novis Orbis Terrarum Ordinis, out September 6th on Napalm Records. The album has 9 tracks, 55 minutes in length, and this is the band's third full-length studio album. For those of you that don't know, this is a Swedish occult, dark, doom, horror rock band. I think this is the best way to describe this band. It's really hard to pigeonhole them to one genre, so I think by describing them in this fashion, I can paint a picture of the sound that this band has to offer. To me, this record really feels like it's a throwback to the 60s, 70s rock era, but to the darker side of the 60s and the 70s. Not only the darker side musically, but the darker side psychologically as well. So this record has a little bit of a dark tone, a dark underbelly to it. Darkness that really comes out in the melody, not only in the melody of the guitars, but also in the melody of the vocals. And when you put those two elements together, some of the songs on this record, not every single track, but some songs on this record even have a little bit of a psychedelic flavor. And I believe that psychedelic flavor really comes from the melody that the guitars and the vocals have to offer. The combination of the two in certain songs almost pushes the track into the psychedelic realm. So I really like that. It really offers a certain uniqueness, a certain flavor, a certain new look, new approach to rock music. Now, this album is absolutely straightforward. Having said that, the changes are done on a track-by-track basis, not on the overall feel of the record. When you sit down to listen to this record, it really doesn't feel like this is one of those albums that has peaks and valleys, that there's certain moments of the album where things are going into a crescendo and then some drops down to a more relaxed, more subdued couple of songs, and then it picks up, the tempo and the intensity picks up again. That's not what you're going to get from this record. This record is very linear, very straightforward, very mundane from a structural perspective, but still really well put together, really well crafted, because it's really well crafted within each single track. So each single track has changes to it, but the overall, when you look at the overall picture of the record, it feels very straightforward. The straightforwardness, the simplicity that this record really has to offer allows the album to be captivating and transcending at the same time. It's so simple, but at the same time so robust, so layered, so well put together, that you just find yourself being absolutely mesmerized by the melody, by the sound, by the vocals that this album has to offer. I really felt that listening to it. It's almost, you almost lose track of time when you're listening to this album. Everything just seems like a big blur. Everything just seems like one humongous track, because you just lose yourself within the music. And that to me is a great sign of a record. Vocally, the album is also very simple. I didn't feel like they tried to do too much. They really didn't try to go overboard with the vocals, and to me that works for this style, it works for this record, it works for the mood, the atmosphere that the album has to offer. So I really like that approach, keeping everything simple, while underneath that simplicity there are layers to it, layers of complexity to it. Musically, the guitars is one of the bonuses, specifically the melodies that you're getting from the guitars is one of the bonuses of this record. They really allow the guitars to be the atmosphere setter from track to track. It's really the melody that you're getting from the guitars and how they combine with the melody from the vocals that really sets the tone, the mood, the atmosphere on every single song in this record, and then gives the overall atmosphere to the album. I really enjoyed it. To me, overall, this is an album that has a timestamp. It stays true to that timestamp, and that's all I could really ask for. All I wanted from this record was a record that stayed true to all the way from the beginning to the end, that had an idea, had an approach, simplicity to it, and delivered track after track after track. So that's what you're going to get from this record. As far as songs are concerned, I want to start with Subortus. First track on the album, great melodic guitar riff on this song. It really is captivating. It has a slow tempo to it, but it works perfectly well with the melody that you're getting from the vocal track. So the two just really pair with each other to a certain extent that allows the song to, while not having a lot of momentum to it, it still gives you the feel like you're moving forward. The mood in the vocals changes slightly from the verses to the chorus being more melodic, while the verses being a little bit darker, has a little bit of a darker mood to it. On this specific track, they used backing vocals / choir, and to me that added a lot of atmosphere to the song. That is really what set this song apart, and is what elevated this track to a completely different level. It just made the song more robust. It gave thickness to the song. It made the song feel a lot more complete. The next song is Luxuria. Almost a more proggy guitar intro. I really like the intro from a guitarist perspective on this song. It had a little bit of a proggy vibe to it. It quickly moves away from it, and it kind of left me wondering what would have been if they had kept that. But it quickly moves away from it, and then it moves into more of an old school throwback rock song. It kind of gravitates away from that proggy start to a more old school throwback rock track. That throwback sound works perfectly well with the vocals. If there's one thing these guys did on this album, is really match the perfect guitar tone, melody with the perfect vocal delivery. Every single song, this is the case. The two just are a perfect match and really allow each other to enhance each other's sound and flavor and feel, and really give life to the songs. Now, this song has an amazing solo. Perhaps, in my opinion at least, it's the best solo on the record, my favorite solo on the record, and it really enhances the beauty, the overall vibe that this song has. This is a song that has a few moving pieces, not too many, but it has a few moving pieces, and that solo is just something that really allows to connect the song together and really allows the song to flourish and really gives life to this specific track. My favorite solo on the album. Last but not least, Gula. Great sounding riff. This song almost was reminiscent of Lenny Kravitz style rock and roll. When the song starts off, if I listened to that starting riff and I closed my eyes, I could almost feel like had a little bit of a Lenny Kravitz vibe to it. Lenny Kravitz also pulls a lot of his influences from those eras, so it's not completely off the radar to think that a style of guitar riff like this would work on this record. It works extremely well, but it has a little bit of that Lenny Kravitz feel to it. I really like it. I like that intro. I like that style. I like that approach. It fits perfectly well with the overall vibe, the overall mood and atmosphere that this record has to offer. The song has a mellow sound approach in the verses, a little bit heavier in the chorus, more atmospheric for sure, a more rock atmosphere in the verses than it has in the chorus. The chorus is a little bit heavier, a little bit more robust. It's more stripped down in the verses. I like that dynamic. It really gives the song a nice fluidity. It gives the song a structure that allows the song to have ups and downs. While the album overall doesn't feel like it has ups and downs, certain songs do have that up and down flavor to it in terms of chorus against the verses. So this is one of those songs that has that. It really just feels to me that it's a song that's constantly changing directions. The vocal track, also another element in my opinion that adds a lot of atmosphere to this specific song. The way it comes across, the way it uses itself as another instrument to really deliver melody and certain key points of the song really enhances the track overall and gives the track a different mood, a different blanket. It gives the song almost a different feel. I like that. I like how they used overall on this record the vocals as a pure instrument that balances the songs out, that gives the songs life, that enhances the lyrics, brings the lyrics to the forefront, but overall gives so much atmosphere to the record. It really helps set the tone of what this record is about and what this record is reflective of. Alright guys, this is it. This is Year of the Goat, Novis Orbis Terrarum Ordinis. Let me know your thoughts on the band, on the singles. Use the comment section below. Let me know what you think, and I'll be getting back to you soon. Take care, guys.